start this grand finals matchup. Don't forget to put it in the chat and tweet as well. We want to hear what all of you think for this grand finals matchup, and give us some of your favorite players. Who are you looking out to go huge here in this grand finals? Let us know.
This is a really great series. This is a grudge match, right? Not Strictly Business in the losers. Can Strictly Business make the comeback? And this is kind of similar to that Lethal Gaming Savage situation. You know, Savage knocked Lethal into losers. Savage got into losers face off against Lethal, and then Lethal knocked Savage out of the tournament. Are we going to see maybe Strictly Business do the same thing to Riot, or Riot going to do the two-peat for the second season in a row, which, I mean, I think it's pretty much the same roster, I believe, from Season 1 and Strictly Business. I think it's pretty similar, maybe Jesse might be different. Either way, these are two of the most veteran squads also. You got Dream Crazy, you got Berlin K, all these veterans on both sides in the female league. So you couldn't really guess a better series other than this, of both these teams facing off, and with a very unorthodox ban of Protect. I wonder if Strictly Business can adapt. You know, we've seen time and time again Riot doing the same bans of Protects. Even yesterday, I wonder if Strictly Business has started scrimming with, you know, without fast hands and without stock and things like that, just to prepare for this particular match. Let's see what people are equipping so far. We got a I think that's now we saw people switching, but 2 AR set up on the side of Riot, Lethal Lady and Dream Crazy. Or no, we're seeing people switch. Okay, now we have 1 AR being Lethal Lady on the side of Riot. And Songfleet with the HVK, Berlin K, or nope, now they keep switching on me. Okay, same thing, 1 AR, 3 subs on both sides, but it's an HVK versus an M8. Let's see how they're gonna attack this first hill on Stronghold.
With that HVK versus M8, it sort of says to me that SB is going to try and get into the hill very fast, and you see Netflix and COD in the contest spot, able to pick up one, has one more just to her left, able to clean that one up as well, but one drops down from the top computers and takes her out. SB, though, able to keep control of this hill, and you see the Riot players are being forced to come through this middle cut. Songfleet was able to pick up one, and now Riot's going to put their focus over towards the mansion to try and go for the break.
It's a nice couple points put on the board, especially in the first hill. So highly contested, so many little corners and places to hide under, especially in this first hill. And now a mansion control is going to be crucial for the second hill. 20 seconds left. SB still in a tiny lead. They're just trying to contest it as much as they can. Looking like those orange arrows from Riot are going to have those preferable spawns and mansion control heading into the second hill.
Look at the setup from Riot going into the second hill. Dream Crazy is all the way in the back. Did spot one coming from Bunker, who's now moved in the square. She hears this player, but doesn't win the gunfight against Berlin K, who is somehow able to stay alive. She picks up two and is able to get behind the red van, making sure she stays alive. And now you see the push starting to come in from SB. Unfortunately for them, kills not going in their favor, but with those spawns, they do have a second chance. Songfleet with the HVK has one behind the bar. The 2-on-1 engagement goes in their favor, but just like that, Riot answer right back, and it's a bloodbath going down in the bottom mansion right now.
I mean, that was a really nice break by Berlin K trying to attack the anchor position, but Riot are still holding it, but SB are getting bunker spawns. Jesse could be trying to get their anchor off, or at least come behind them. Let's see this break from SB. Jesse's gonna come in, having that laser in hand, able to pick up one. Needs to turn around this top mansion. No, she gets taken out there by Lethal Lady. Fantastic hold by Riot. 20 seconds left into the hill. You're gonna see rotations over to the third hill. Looks like those blue arrows from SB are gonna be there already. Huge kills coming out of Jesse. Trying to solidify these spawns for her team. Lethal Lady still trying to get some bit of scrap time here. And one last player from SB trying to fight for that scrap time, that's Berlin K. But it's been a bloodbath trying to get those spawns for the next hill. It's only an 8-point differential in favor of SB and growing, as now on the third hill, occupied by Jesse and Netflix and COD.
This is where we started to see both of these teams really keep the pace even and start to put a lot of pressure on the ARs. Look at where Riot's at. Amy's has worked her way all the way around. Satellite's going to come up behind one player on SB who is able to get out of there. So now with SB, with so many people inside of the hill, this helps them out because as soon as one player gets separated from Riot, they're able to focus fire her down and take her out with ease. Now they just need to win the gunfights inside of the hill. Netflix and COD able to pick up two, and now look at this. The hill is completely clear. They have a couple more seconds before these Riot players start to push, but they need to be worried about the Riot presence in the back of the map. They have Lethal Lady down here, able to take out Jesse. Your teammates are spawning on her, and with 15 seconds left on the half wall, they're looking good to set up for the snow hill if Lethal Lady can stay alive, and just like that, Netflix and COD takes her out, but the trade comes in.
Emmy's holding that last bit of scrap time here. Counter UAV currently in effect for SB, heading into the 4th hill over here at Snow. Looking like those arrows from SB pretty nicely set up. Jesse's watching over at Cut, but Riot are going to have those back satellite spawns. Need to attack this hill. Wolfknight needs to go huge here. She gets heat waved, and Jesse and friends from SB get 3 down for SB. Just looking like a nice hold for SB, as now they'll be growing their lead by about 40 points and more. How are Riot going to attack this? They're pretty spread around the hill, trying to pinch it from all corners. These are going to be huge kills. Emmy only able to pick up one. She gets traded, gets the second, but Jesse shuts her down, and the hill is still held by SB.
Halfway through the Snow Hill, Wolfknights moved all the way towards the back satellite area, and one player coming up that's going to be interesting to pay attention to for SB is Berlin K, which is she's going to already move, so it's going to be the next one. Jesse comes off of the spawn, immediately goes over to bunker. There's still 17 seconds left on that hill, but you know, every single team needs to focus on this hill when it comes around this time, and Riot will have the early control. Dream Crazy just needs to win one engagement here to buy a little bit more time, but Netflix and Colin doing exactly what she needs to do. The patient play. Will it pay off? She knows Dream Crazy's in here. Dream Crazy activates the kinetic armor, shuts her down. Riot have control of the bunker.
Yeah, all 4 players stacked for Riot. This will be the hill that they can come back on if they're able to get the full time, and everybody says this is the money hill. Such a hard hill to infiltrate. Let's see any specialists on the board for SB. They have, only Jessie has an overdrive, and that's maybe not going to be enough, or she's going to actually use it anyway to go into the hill, but the Purifier from Emmys. Is she going to get those multi-kills she got on this last stronghold hardpoint that she did get? And now all those players from SB are going to flood it from the same door. All Emmys has to do is pre-fire the door, but she goes down, finally actually by a team kill from her own teammate there. Now Dream Crazy and friends are going to have to infiltrate back this hill from SB as Berlin K and Netflix and COD trying to contest it as much as they can.
Team kill costs them so much because it's about halfway through this bunker hill. It allows SB to take control, and now they're extending the lead. Berlin K has a huge line of sight through the front, and you see Lethal Ladies rotated all the way back to the middle of the map. Riot just going to regroup for the second rotation.
Yeah, Berlin K at least getting that last bit of scrap time, and that honestly was the hill that Riot really needed to stay close in this series. Of course, it's not really impossible to come back from, but now in this middle hill, it's not really a hill you can get a lot of time on. It's a lot of contesting. Let's see what Emmys can do here. Needs to just chase this player down. Nice second kill, Songfully there with 2 kills of her own, and the scythe on the board by Lethal Lady, able to control this middle map quite well. Still contested by either side, but you see those blue arrows from SB occupying that mansion side with 30 seconds left. They'll be nicely set up to get preferable spawns for the second hill, and also it'll just have that height advantage. Really helps with those gunfights. Counter UAV I think should be gone for Riot soon, as it's really just a large lead for SB, and this is not what I was expecting out of Riot.
Lethal Lady, though, is really starting to heat up. She's on a 6th streak, and you see there was another player, Wolfknight was on a streak as well. Lethal Lady has the Hellstorm, is just going to look over to make sure these final few seconds go over towards Riot. Has an engagement right in front of her, able to clean that one up as well. That gives her the Cerberus moving forward in this map, and Jesse's going to have a long route back over, but the overdrive does help. She's already in the middle of the map, ready to engage. Spots on top computers, does give up her position coming towards the back, but is able to clean up Lethal Lady. 3 down. SB will have control of the bottom mansion if they can take out one more player, and Emmys has fallen.
So preferable spawns in favor of SB in the last 40 seconds of this hill. How are Riot going to attack this? Lethal Lady and Wolfknight need to go huge here. They're still alive. Lethal Lady opens up with a 2-piece with that AR. That's going to be big. Netflix and COD trying to defend the hill as much as she can. Needs to play her life here. Wait for her teammates to flood in. Finds 3 players before she gets traded out. Fantastic plays out of her. Berlin Case trying to take over the hill. Able to find 1. Wolfknight gets 2 as well. Riot need to flood this in last 20 seconds, or at least give it up and focus on the next hill.
Now it looks like she's going to get into an engagement here. Lethal Lady makes her pay for it. Almost picks up the 3rd as she's able to pick up 2 there and then falls. But, you know, that ends up helping her. She spawns right here towards the half wall. She has an AR. She's playing very well. She's leading the team in slang right now and will get some early points. Now the Cerberus begins to be a factor. She's calling that in towards the middle cut. SB, all focus on this back satellite area. Songfully, the only one able to stay up, and as soon as I say that, she's taken out as well. They're just pushing, trying to get control of these spawns back here, but they keep falling one after another. Netflix and COD doesn't know what to do. Face first with the Cerberus, able to stay alive, try to re-engage. She has teammates on the other side. The push starting to come in from SB.
This Cerberus is really going to change the game for Riot. This was a 60-point differential, now 40, even 30, and decreasing, as SB have not equipped any EMPs from what I can see. So this is going to be hard to take out that Cerberus. They're going to have to land some nades on it and shoot the hell out of it, but it's still on the board, and Riot keeping all of the time on this third hill, on this other rotation. So you're going to see those rotations from SB going over to the snow area. They're spawning bunkers quite the ways away, and they're trying to fight for that last bit of scrap time. You can see those orange arrows from Riot already set up on the new hill. So you're seeing this comeback from Riot happening.
Look at this, Dream Crazy in a power position, bottom satellite. 3 players coming towards her, picks up 2 with the Shiva, almost picks up the 3rd, and then that one cleaned up as well. That leaves 1 more left on the back line to threaten for SB. It's Songfully who ends up falling as well. And you see how far you spawn out on Stronghold, all those players coming up towards that back statue area. It's a long trek across the map over towards Snow, and SB have to make it work. They've lost a lot of time here. They need to get the ball rolling. Dream Crazy in another power position once again, just laying down. Playing this one very slow, comes right up in the face of Netflix, and COD takes her out. Riot coming back into this game. They now have the lead, and they're looking to run away.
Oh, these multi-kills out of Riot. Lethal Lady with the 3, then he had Wolf Knight with the 2, and now going into Money Hill. SB needed to early rotate for that, and it's looking like Lethal Lady's the only one that did for Riot. They really need to take her out. Fantastic kills out of SB on rotation. They really need this hill. Riot held that 3rd hill and the Snow Hill completely to be able to come back 196 to 168. SB need to do everything they can. That Cerberus is also making its way through the map, and also surprising, there are some EMPs. Netflix and COD has that, so she's gonna have to throw those down to really prevent that Cerberus. And finally, Cerberus is off the map. SB have a little bit less pressure on their shoulders. Jesse's the last one alive on the hill. Have 3 players of Riot coming down. She can only take out 1. Now Riot in the hill. This is going to be bad for SB.
Oh, Emmys immediately pushes out, almost wastes just about half of the Purifier, as her teammates are focused on the other statue side, trying to make sure no one can push in from SB. Emmys now, the call out comes in after picking up 1. Turns around, has the Purifier, doesn't have to necessarily challenge, but once she does, makes it count, picks up 3 with the Purifier, and look at this, once again, this is what we saw in the first series from Riot. Their specialists counted. They were winning the gunfights when they needed to win them, and their rotations look so good. Second time, once again, Riot just turns into full gear in the second half of Stronghold Hardpoint, less than 20 seconds away from going up 1-0 in the grand final.
Yeah, just the perfect use of the specialist. Emmys with the 3, and Lethal Lady also has sights set up on that next hill. She can easily control that middle map. She's going to call in that Hellstorm. How many can she pick up? She gets all 3. Netflix and COD, Songfully, Brilliant K down for SB. Jessie is the last one left, needs to go big, and she doesn't. Riot even extending their lead over on this middle hill. Only 15 seconds left. Netflix and COD now jumping on the hill, trying to stay alive here. Dream Crazy with the 2-piece. Riot are absolutely dominating. Lethal Lady with 42 and 19 on a 4th streak before I say that she goes down, but holy crap, that is the best game I've seen out of Lethal Lady in a while.
The teammate specialist doesn't help there. She was heatwaved by her own teammate, but now look at this. We have 10 seconds left in this courtyard hill. SB have control. They're making their way towards bottom mansion, and look at where the Riot players are spawning. They're all spawning towards half wall. So if Songfully can push out and win this engagement against Dream Crazy, that might be huge, but just waited a bit too long. Now Riot spawning against Square. Dream Crazy has a kinetic armor and a Shiva inside of the hill, which helps her pick up 1. The second one doesn't come in. SB right here need to get the ball rolling if they want to come back in this game. Only 5 seconds until Riot can walk away with this one. SB though, holding on.
Oh, I wanted Lethal Lady to get the 50. She's absolutely going off, just one-bursting everybody. Emmy's able to find 1. Dream Crazy 2. Jesse's trying to come in and flood this hill and prevent this from happening. They're only shy by 30, 40 points, but Riot are finally going to walk away with this hard point after being down by 60, 70 points at one point. SB really just fell apart in some of those snow and that 3rd hill rotations, and losing Money Hill with that Emmys with the Purifier. So many things that Riot did right and capitalize on winning this 250 to 214, and Lethal Lady 46 and 22, best score of the game.
An absolutely huge performance from her once again, and putting a minute of time inside of the hill. 15 defends as well. Emmys though getting it done, 2 minutes. 14 defends, and we saw how much of an impact she was on bunker with that Purifier.